Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Namo Vishnu Padaya. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीर्यत् क्षणमतां स्वकथा कृष्णा पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तना हृदन्ते सुभद्राणि विद्नोति स्वसां नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवसेव्या भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नष्टकी। Hare Krishna. So thank you all for joining today. So we are going to discuss today from Canto 2nd, Chapter 9, text number 21. So let's start with that. So Vindhyavali Mataji, would you like to start today? Like chanting
Yes,
the
Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Hare
ma'am.
Krishna. Varam varaya bhadram te varesham mabhivanchitam brahmancharyad parishrama pumsam mad darshana vidhi. Varam varaya bhadram te varesham mabhivanchitam brahman charya parishrama pumsam mad darshana vidhi. Varam varaya bhadram te varesham mabhivanchitam brahman charye parishrama pumsam mad darshana vidhi.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Varam varaya bhatam te varisham mabhivanshitam brahmashriha pravishramaha pumsamadashana padihi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Varam varya bhadram te vareshama madhvi vanchitam brahman shreya parisha maha pumsam mad darshana vadihi. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Varam bharya bhadram te bharesham mabhi panchitam brahman sheraya parishramyaha pumsam maddarshana dhitaha.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Varam varayam
Hare Krishna. Anyone else would like to say it?
Varam varaya bhadram te varesham mabhivanchitam ब्रह्मन् श्रेय परिश्रमा पुंसां मद्दर्शनात् वद्भिः।
All right. Okay. Thank you very much all for reciting. I'll start. Varam varya bhadram te varesha mabhivanchitam brahman shreyaya parishrama pumsamad dashanavadhi. Synonyms: varam, benediction; varya, just ask from; bhadram, auspicious; te, unto you; Varaisham, the giver of all benedictions; Ma, from me; Abhivanchitam, wishing; Brahman, O Brahma; Shreya, the ultimate success; Parishrama, for all penances; Pumsam, for everyone; Mat, my; Darshana, realization; Avadhi, up to the limit of. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charnarin Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Prabhupada ki jai. I wish you good luck, O Brahma. You may ask from me, the giver of all benedictions, all that you may desire. You may know that the ultimate benediction, as the result of all penance, is to see me by realization. Purport by Shilapad. Jai Shilapad. The ultimate realization of supreme truth is knowing and seeing face to face personality of Godhead. A realization of impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, feature of the personality of Godhead, is not ultimate realization. When one realizes the Supreme Lord, one does not struggle hard to perform such penances. The next stage of life is to discharge devotional service to the Lord just to satisfy Him. In other words, one who has realized and seen the Supreme has attained all perfection, because everything is included in that highest perfectional stage. The impersonalists and the pseudo mystics, however, cannot reach this stage. Om Ajnanatimiradhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vande Aham Shri Guru Shri Utapadigamanam Shri Gurun Vaishnavasha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajim Shadavaitam Savadhutam Parjana Krishna Chaitanya Divam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishpasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Shunyori Paschatya Rishatari. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prem Padayate Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Namani Gorattushe Nama Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Roop Sarupkam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patana Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकांत राधा कांता नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वानुसुते प्रणमामि हे प्रिय. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. So today's verse one more time. Varam varya bhadram te varesham abhivanchitam brahman shreya parishrama pumsam mad darshanavadhi. So here Lord is talking to Lord Brahmaji, and he's saying that I wish you good luck, O Brahma. You may ask from me, the giver of all benediction. So one thing here, Lord is congratulating or praying for or giving good wishes to Lord Brahma. for his endeavor, what he's trying to do. Because Lord Brahma's desire was to create the universe. And for that, Lord provided all the ingredients along with all the necessary information needed for Brahma to proceed. So here, Lord is saying, I wish you good luck. Means when Lord is saying wish you good luck means there will be no more impediments. Because when Lord wants something to happen, nobody can stop. Generally we say, Mare Krishna Rakhe Krishna Mare ke. When Lord want to protect someone, no one can defeat that person or no one can kill that person. When Lord want to kill someone, no one can protect. So if the Lord is giving, if Krishna is giving us the blessings or Krishna is giving the blessing to Lord Brahma, so for that, it's sure that is going to happen. It's going to happen successfully. Because as soon as Lord Krishna just do like sankalpa, what you call this determination in the mind, automatically things happen. So here Lord is giving a good luck wish to Lord Brahma. And also Krishna is saying here, you may ask from me, the giver of all benediction. So Lord is very, very happy when someone goes and asks anything from the Lord. We see in the temple, Lord Jagannath is sitting with open arm and wide eyes, waiting for all the devotees to come and pray pray or ask benediction from him. Lord has so many things to give. So the devotees has to come and go there and ask. So here Lord is saying that the giver of all benediction, because Varesham. So whatever a person desire, all desires can be satisfied by the Lord. All the desires. Many times we heard this, man proposes, God disposes. So a living entity is full of all desires. They have unlimited number of desires, one after another. And God or Krishna sitting as a Paramatma in the heart of all living entities fulfill those desires. And also Lord gives all the benedictions for the fallen conditioned souls who are here, right? So here Lord is saying that I give all the benedictions. It means whatever we are getting in this material world is actually given by the Lord. So Lord is the giver of all benedictions. It is said that in Srimad Bhagavatam that akama sarva kamova moksha kamo dhardi tivrena bhaktiyona yajet purusham param. So Sukdev Goswami explaining to Parishit Maharaj that for different in the scriptures, people approach different demigod for different purposes. Like for example, if somebody need a good husband, they go and worship wife of Lord Shiva, Uma Devi. And if you need like lot of power, lot of money, lot of wealth, lot of health, like those kind of things, so there are different demigods who are allocated to these different departments, and they have those what do you call, like some jurisdiction on those areas, and they can provide some benedictions, which is again provided by Krishna only. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that all the benedictions given by demigod is actually given by him only. So demigod, whatever they give only what is being provided to them by Krishna. So they are not independent to give anything on their own. They have to get approval from Krishna. Without Krishna's approval, they cannot give any benediction. But Krishna don't need any approval from anyone, because Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Lord Brahma offered the prayer to Krishna saying, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha, Anadi Radhir Govinda, Sarva Karan Karanam. You are the cause of all causes. And you are that Ishvara Parama Krishna. You are the topmost Ishvara. You are the ultimate. So Sukdev Goswami saying, when he was explaining all the demigods like can give different benedictions, ultimately he says that akama sarva kamo va moksha kamo dhardi tivrena bhakti yogena yet purusham param. Second canto, chapter number 3, verse number 10. There, Sukdev Goswami is saying that whether you have all the desires, sarva kama, whether you have all the desires or whether you have no desire, akama, means the devotees, especially the devotees who are practicing devotional service and who are pure devotees, they don't ask anything from Krishna. They don't ask anything. That's called pure devotional service. That's Rupa Goswami says, Anya bhilashita shunyam Gyan karmadhyanavartam anukulyana krishnanushilanam bhakti uttama. So uttama bhakti or the pure devotional service is that which is done for the pleasure of Krishna, but without any desire for any kind of desire other than bhakti. And also our activities, all the activities that we are performing as part of devotional service should not be covered by jnana or karma. So if you perform that bhakti is called a pure devotional service. So pure devotional service means where we are not asking anything in return from Krishna. All we are looking for love of Godhead. So there, Sukdev Goswami is saying, if you have akama, you want to serve Krishna just out of love, you can serve the Krishna. But if you have material desire, that's also fine. You can come to the Krishna and ask for Krishna, because Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukruto arjuna artho jigyasu arthati jnanicha bhartashama. In 7th chapter, verse number 16, Krishna is saying 4 types of pious people, sukriti. People who have performed pious activities, they are called sukriti. People who have performed sukriti or pious people, they coming to me. There are 4 types of people, they are coming to me. But number 1, which is artharthi, people who are looking for wealth, money, or any kind of things needed for their life. So people who are looking for money or some kind of wealth, they approach Krishna. And Krishna is saying, I give them the wealth. The best example we see is Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj, he was insulted by his stepmother, Suruchi. His father, Uttanpad, was the king ruling the whole world at that time. And Uttanpad, being a son of Manu Maharaj, he was the first person who actually ruling the world after Manu Maharaj. And he has all the whole kingdom was belong to him. And Dhruva Maharaj want to sit on the lap of his father and also on the throne of his father. But his stepmother, Suruchi, did not allow Dhruva Maharaj to sit there. Rather, she insulted very bitterly to Dhruva Maharaj, and also she insulted his mother, Suniti. Because of that insult, Dhruva Maharaj becomes so disheartened. He came to his mother and looking for some kind of peace, some kind of advice. His mother also did not help much to him. She says that I'm also living like a servant here. Nobody treat me like a queen. Even though I'm the elder queen, I'm the first queen, but still nobody treat me like that because my husband likes the other woman. So then Dhruv said, what should I do? What are my options? Then Suniti say, your only option is to go and see Krishna. I have heard that Krishna can give you whatever you want. Then he say is there any example? Can you show me, mother, like Krishna can give you all that you want? Then Suniti say that, Lord Brahma, he is the topmost in this universe. His position is called Parameshthi. He is the topmost in this material universe. And you know how he got this position? He got it from Lord Krishna. And think about your grandfather, who is Manu Maharaj, Swayambhu Manu. He became Swayambhu Manu because Krishna gave him this position. And Mother Lakshmi, she is the queen of all the wealth. She has every wealth, what you think about. And why she's possessing all the wealth? Because it is a benediction of Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna can give you anything you want. But then he asked, where I can find Lord Krishna? Where I can find Lord Krishna? I want to see Lord Krishna. I want to meet him. I want to ask. Then Sunil say, well, I haven't seen Krishna, but I have heard people who want to see Krishna, they go to forest. They go to forest means what? So then Dhruva say, oh, okay, if that's the way, I'll go to forest. He didn't know anything about Krishna, but he just came out from his father's kingdom, from the house of his mother's house, and then came out, and then he started walking towards the forest. He just say like, well, I'm going to see Krishna in the forest. Such an innocent boy, he want to see Krishna just in the forest. That's actually like Prabhupada says that because generally people used to go to Vanaprastha ashrama. In the Vedic time, they go to forest to do meditation and practice austerity to see Krishna face to face. Because that's the ultimate perfection. We can get it in our devotional life to see Krishna face to face. So he came out, and then by the mercy of Krishna, when Krishna saw that the Dhruva Maharaj is so dedicated to see me, so in the heart of Narad Muni, he inspired Narad Muni to go there. That's why we always say, by the mercy of God, Krishna will get the Guru, and by the mercy of Guru will get the Krishna. It's a perfect example. Because Dhruva Maharaj has got the dedication in his heart that he want to see Krishna, and Krishna saw that sincere dedication in the heart that he want to see me. So Krishna arranges the Guru for him, and Narad Muni appeared there, and he instructed Dhruva Maharaj all the process that is needed to see Krishna face to face. And then Dhruva Maharaj followed the instruction of Narad Muni, his spiritual master, and then he was able to see Krishna face to face after 6 months. See, that's the power of bhakti. So they are like Dhruva Maharaj went there to see Krishna because he wanted a kingdom greater than his great grandfather. He was looking for money. He was looking for kingdom. He was looking for power. But when he saw Krishna, his whole heart become purified completely, and he didn't ask anything actually. When he saw Krishna, he didn't ask anything. But because Krishna knows his desire, as I say, like Krishna is sitting in the heart of all living entity as a Paramatma, he knows everything, whatever even we are thinking about. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Veda ham sam atitani, vartamani cha Arjuna, bhavishyani cha bhutani, mam tu vedana kashchana. 7th chapter, verse number 26. Krishna saying, I know everything of whatever happened in the past, what is happening in the present, and what's going to happen in the future. Vedaham sam atitani, vartamani cha Arjuna, bhavishyani cha bhutani, mam tu vedana Krishna. But no one knows me. Krishna is saying that I know past, present, and future of all living entities, but no one knows me because it's very hard to see Krishna. So there Krishna is saying that I know everything. So Krishna is sitting in the heart of all living entities, knows everything. That's why he knows what is going in the heart of Dhruva Maharaj. But because he performed bhakti, his heart transformed. At that time, he did not ask any benediction from Krishna, but Krishna knows what is going in his heart. So he gave him the benediction. But along with that, along with the kingdom greater than his great grandfather, which is he gave him the pole star, the Dhruva Loka, he also gave him pure devotional service. That's the benefit of worshipping Krishna. That's why Krishna is saying as Chaturveda Bhajante Mam Jana Sukrit Arjuna. Anyone who approaches Krishna, even with the material desire, their heart become purified and they become pure devotees in the future. That's why Krishna says in the same chapter that people who are coming to me, they are very great souls. They are not ordinary people who are coming to the temple. See, we see in a temple every Sunday or even weekdays, new people are coming. If we see what Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, they are great soul because they are approaching Krishna. Doesn't matter what they are asking, doesn't matter what they are looking for, but they are coming to see Krishna. That's the main thing, that they're coming, they are seeing Krishna face to face. And that's Krishna saying they are great souls, they are Mahatma, they are magnanimous souls. So the people who are approaching Krishna, doesn't matter what their desire is, ultimately, eventually they will become pure devotees. Because when they worship Krishna with the process given by our acharyas, ultimately they will become pure devotees. But only thing is that they need to engage in bhakti. So we see like the people who are approaching with the material desire, like getting money, they get purified. Then we see Another example where devotee approaching with some material distress. People are going through so lot of suffering. This material world is full of suffering. Bhagavad Gita says that Janam Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukh Doshanu Darshanam. This material world is everywhere is birth, old age, disease, and death. And on top of that, we have Adhyatmic, Adidevik, and Adibhautik, three types of miseries, which is creating so many problems for all the living entities. If by any chance any living entity who is suffering from all these problems come to Krishna and ask for benediction, Krishna will free from that distress. Krishna will make that devotee free from that distress. Like we have example of Gajendra. He was in great distress because he was attacked by a crocodile and he was about to die and he has no one coming and helping him. But he just cried, but nobody was coming there to help him. Ultimately, he prayed to Krishna. And in a few moments, Krishna appeared in the sky on the back of Garuda and he actually took him back to Godhead at the same time. So that's another example for that. And then similarly, we see example of Sonakadi Rishi, all the 88,000 sages who are asking question to to Suta Goswami. They are very inquisitive. They are jigyasu. They want to know Krishna. And they, by the mercy of Suta Goswami, they are all able to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. And then we see example of 4 Kumaras who are basically Gyanis. They heard from Lord Brahma, their father, about the glories of Lord Krishna. And because of that, they become attracted towards the beauty of Lord Krishna and they went Vaikuntha to see Lord Krishna. Even though they are impersonalists at that time, they were more attracted towards the impersonal feature of the Lord. But when they saw the Lord face to face and when they smell the fragrance of the Tulsis offered to the Lord on the lotus feet, they become pure devotees. They become bhakti. They accepted the bhakti. They realize the personal form of Krishna. That's the power. That's the power. So here, like Krishna is saying, I am the giver of all benedictions. Anyone need anything, just go and ask to Krishna. No problem. Doesn't matter what kind of desire you have. Krishna doesn't mind if you ask money, if you ask wealth, or if you ask anything else. But we need to see that when we are going to Krishna, we should do pure devotional service. That's Prabhupada recommended that we should go to Krishna with pure devotional service. Because that's the ultimate we are looking for. Material desires in one sense, like is basically like a poison. But Krishna will give material desire, but that material desire will not going to drag us into the material world. Don't go to demigod, because that's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita very clearly. If you have any desires, don't go to demigod at all, because they are all given by me only eventually. So here, that's why Krishna is saying, oh Brahma, you may ask from me. I am the giver of all benedictions. Because what Lord Brahma is asking here is, he is in mode of passion. He is asking to want to do some creation here. But Krishna is saying that, don't worry. Whatever you desire, I'll fulfill that desire. No worry about that. And then he's saying that you may know that ultimate benediction as a result of all penance is to see me by relation. So Krishna is saying that, well, the ultimate benediction, what you can get is that you see me face to face. And that too through the process of Bhakti Yoga. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 18:55, Bhakta mam abhijanati. Only through bhakti you can know me. The right process to see Krishna is through bhakti. Other processes are given. Even if we see in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explained Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, other Raj Yoga, whatever is there. But ultimate is that if you want to see Krishna, Krishna says, Bhaktiya ma vijanati. Only through bhakti you can see me, or you can understand me as it is, as Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhupada explains here in the purport, he's saying that the ultimate realization of supreme truth is knowing and seeing face to face Personality of Godhead. Even though right now we might be experiencing Krishna like in a holy name form and in other form, but ultimate realization is that when we see Krishna face to face, as Dhruv Maharaj saw Krishna face to face. And that too only can be happen with pure devotional service. We have opportunity, we go to temple and we see the Krishna face to face there in the deity form. But because we are, if we are still contaminated, we will not be able to see Krishna's that opulence which a pure devotee see when they see the deities. We see when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first time enter into the temple of Jagannath, he fainted. He fainted to see the Lord Jagannath in front of him. But generally, I'm not saying that we have to faint, but point is that like the realization what a pure devotee see, to the Lord in the temple and a neophyte or a Kanishta Adhikari see is a different. So, but here Srila Prabhupada saying the ultimate realization of supreme truth is knowing and seeing face to face personality of Godhead. Then the next line Prabhupada says the realization of impersonal Brahman. Like people who are attracted towards the impersonalist feature of the Lord, or maybe localized Paramatma form of personality of Godhead, is not ultimate realization. So we know there are three forms of absolute truth. There are three aspects of the absolute truth. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti, Shabdyati. Lord is basically manifest in these three forms like impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, and ultimately the full supreme personality of Godhead, Shri Bhagavan. So Prabhupada is saying that Brahman realization is just 1/3 realization of the or absolute truth. While the Paramatma is one step further, but still is not 100%, is 2/3 realization of the personality of Godhead. But when you see Krishna face to face, when you know Krishna as full of energy, because Krishna in his personal form have like both all the energies along with him, that is called the Sri Bhagavan feature. And when we know about the Lord in the Bhagavan form, that is a complete realization. So Prabhupada says that when one realizes the Supreme Lord, one does not struggle hard to perform such penances. So when you really understand Krishna, who Krishna is, what Krishna is, then even doing austerity is not a big problem for us, because we know that we are ultimately interacting with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the next line, Prabhupada says the next stage of life is to discharge devotional service to Lord just to satisfy him. So when we know Krishna, or how do we know Krishna? We know Krishna by the instruction from our spiritual master. Only way we can understand Krishna if we follow the instruction of Srila Prabhupada. Before Srila Prabhupada came to here, to United States, no one knows who Krishna is. And even for devotees, we don't know until our spiritual master tells us who Krishna is, because we are born in a mode of ignorance. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. We offer prayer to our spiritual master every day that I born in this mode of darkness. But with the torchlight of knowledge, our Guru actually opened our eyes so that we can see Krishna. So when we see Krishna, what to do next? Say if you go to temple and we see Lord in front of us, what to do next? Here Prabhupada is saying, next is to perform devotional service. Chant Hare Krishna, do kirtan, dance in front of deities, offer prasad, offer bhoga to Krishna, decorate him, and glorify him. Shravanam kirtanam Vishnu smanam pada sevanam archanam vandanam dasam sakyamatma nivedanam. So Krishna is present in the deity form, and what we have to do? We have to perform devotional service. That's what Prabhupada says. The next stage of life is to discharge devotional service to Lord just to satisfy him. Because Lord is there, he's coming. We invited him, the Lord, and Lord is sitting in front of us in the deity form. Now what we have to do? We have to serve him. We have to satisfy him. If we don't satisfy, Lord will leave. So here Prabhupada says that, in other words, one who has realized and seen the Supreme Lord has attained all perfection, because everything is included in that highest perfectional stage. So once we come to the stage of pure devotional service, then we are basically ultimately at that stage which is called the highest perfectional stage. But the impersonalists and pseudo mystics, however, cannot reach that stage. So it means here Prabhupada is saying that we are very lucky actually. The devotees, especially like in the movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Guru Parampara, and especially Srila Prabhupada, we are very lucky. We are very lucky. We are very fortunate that we got this highest perfection stage. While the impersonalists, even though they are performing meditation from many years, even lifetime after lifetime, and the mystics, the yogis who are going in Himalayas and doing meditation many years, even lifetime after lifetime, they cannot reach to that stage. So Prabhupada is saying that we are very blessed that we are into this movement, which is bhakti. This bhakti is very easy rather than taking to the process of jnana or yoga. The impersonalists who are following this jnana method, they are doing life after life after life after life, but they are not able to reach that stage. Ultimately, they have to come to bhakti. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that yoginam api sarvesham madgate nantaratmana shraddhavan bhajitayam samayuktam mata. Of all the yogis, the yogi who realizes me in the heart and always meditate upon me, he's the best. And that can be easily done by devotional service, bhakti. Bhakti means constantly engaging all our senses in the service of Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, when the question asked by Nimi Maharaj to 9 Yogeshwaras, one of the question was that what is the eligibility for a bhakti? Who can perform bhakti? So very simple answer, he said that anyone who have senses, they can perform bhakti. Means what we have senses like eyes, ear, nose, mouth, tongue, hands, legs, like this. So what we have to do is we have to engage all our senses in the service of Krishna. Sarvopadhi vinirmuktam tat paritvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchyate. Shri Narad Muni give this definition. Sarvopadhi vinirmuktam tat paritvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchyate. What is bhakti? Bhakti means engaging our senses in the service of master of senses. Krishna is Rishikesha. He is the master of senses and we have senses. So what we have to do, because he is the master and Krishna has given us senses, and through our senses we have to serve Krishna. Because only through these senses we perceive the world. We experience the world through these senses. So rather than experiencing the world, we should actually experience Krishna. Very simple. Normally saying just engage your senses, means from your eyes, see the beautiful form of deities. From your ears, hear the transcendental vibration. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. From your tongue, vibrate and taste the Krishna Prasadam. And from your ears, hear the Krishna Katha. Simple thing. From your nose, smell the tulsi offered to the lotus feet of Krishna, and also smell the flowers offered to Krishna. So when we engage our senses in the service of Rishikesha, who is a master of senses, that's called bhakti. It's very simple actually. Prabhupada says that bhakti is very simple and sublime, which is always really very interesting, that how come something which is very simple can be also sublime, but that's a fact. Prabhupada says that's a fact. It's very simple and sublime. Simple in the sense that if you follow the instruction of the spiritual master, it's become very simple. If you follow the process as given by acharyas and your spiritual and the Prabhupada, spiritual master, then it's become simple and it's sublime because it can take you directly back to Krishna. But it's become difficult when you don't follow the process properly. So here we see example of Brahmaji. He is blessed by Lord because he was able to see Krishna face to face, and he shake the hand with Krishna because he performed bhakti to Krishna. That's why Krishna is giving the blessing, and he's saying that this is a perfect realization you can see because you are seeing me face to face. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll stop now here. Is there any question or comments anyone have on today's discussion?
Thank you very much, Prabhu. A nice class. About engaging all our senses to Krishna. That is the main thing. Sometimes, with Maya, our senses will go other way. And whatever we try hard, sometimes it's very hard to put on this, using on these senses. But that is the main thing we have to use. And then Krishna is he doesn't want anything from us. Not a lot of money giving or flowers putting or doing anything. Patram pushpam phalam thoyam. That's all. He needs very simple things, but bhakti is the main thing and concentration on that. That's what I thought. And I'm trying my best to do that. That's very hard because in this material world, a lot of people, we all, these unnecessary things, the mind goes, eyes goes there, and we do unnecessary things. We have to bring our senses to Krishna. That's what I thought. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Mataji, for your lesson sharing. Anyone else have any other comment or question?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, very, very knowledgeable class and very eye-opening. Obviously, we have to remember Krishna all the time. When we take a breath, we need to remember that name, Krishna, this is coming from you. So it's a practice, of course, trying to learn it. And also it's very challenging because in day-to-day life, you try to be Krishna consciousness the whole day. And then, here you go, some circumstances happens that you have to overreact. I don't know. And at that time, you don't know how to stop that, how to control that feeling. Because it's just a circumstance, a situation at that point, you have to speak up and you have to, sometimes, it happens. I don't know how to handle that situation, Prabhuji.
Yeah, so, one time this similar thing happened. Like one time, one of the disciple of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he was also like giving the same scenario kind of things. Like, some situation came in front of him and he overreacted and he did something which he's supposed not to do it. So then Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur says that, whenever these things happen to you, first chant Hare Krishna. Give some time, because things can happen which makes us overreact on the situation. Some people say something, you become angry, or some people say something, you become frustrated. Something happen that you want to do but you can't do it. So these kind of things, Maya is going to challenge us on different scenario. But our goal should be is that when Maya comes and actually break our like this process, so what we have to do is, Maya is going to definitely give us challenges in the path of bhakti. What we have to do is basically we have to call Krishna at that time. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said that Krishna Surya Saman Maya hi adhikar, jahan Krishna ta Maya ni adhikar. Means wherever there is Krishna, there is no question of Maya. But wherever there is no Krishna, then Maya. So time we forget Krishna, Maya enters and gives us trouble. Different scenarios, you're saying that we are trying to remember Krishna, but the time we stop remembering Krishna, Maya enters. And that was happen. So one thing is that we should constantly remember Krishna. Like as another example, our acharyas give example like an iron rod. If you take an iron rod and put it into the fire, and you keep it in the fire, it's become red hot. And that red iron hot becomes like a fire. So wherever you touch it, it's work like a fire. But if you take the red iron hot, iron out of fire and keep it outside for a few minutes, then it's become black and it's become cold. Then it will not react like a fire. So process is that we should try to engage 24/7 into remembering Krishna, chanting Krishna's name, or like seeing Krishna, whatever way. But time we basically don't do that, we don't remember Krishna or don't talk about Krishna, Maya comes into picture. So, but again, this is a practice. I know, like as a householder, as a professional, we basically try to do our japa in the morning or do devotional service when we go into the office and we work, and there scenarios can happen, or maybe like with the family members, things can happen. But it's a practice. It's a practice. So because we are in a material world. Material world means that dukhalem ashashvatam, and here trouble is at every step. we should try to engage as much as in the devotional service. But again, as you know, like everybody have different scenario. I don't know what your personal scenario is, but the point is that try as much as possible and leave rest to Krishna and pray to Krishna that, well, I want to serve Krishna you 24/7, but right now I'm busy with this. So please help me coming out from that situation, because ultimately that's going to help us. Because Krishna very clearly says that in Bhagavad Gita, that Maya is very strong. We really cannot overcome Maya by our own endeavor. I'm telling you, Maya actually breaks everyone, right? If we are not taking shelter of Krishna. And I'll give one other very beautiful pastime. One time, one devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, you know, Prabhupada, are you not worried about Maya? Didn't why Maya troubles you? Prabhupada said, no, Maya never troubles me. So then a devotee thought maybe Prabhupada is basically like, very overconfident that Maya never troubles Prabhupada. So, but the next morning, Srila Prabhupada was in the temple and he was actually offering the obeisances to the deities. So at that time, he was praying to the deities. And then after that, same devotee asked Prabhupada, then Prabhupada, what you are praying for? Then Srila Prabhupada said that I am praying to Krishna that please protect me from your Maya. So if we constantly pray to Krishna that Krishna, please protect me from the Maya, then Krishna will definitely protect us. But what happens is that if we stop praying to Krishna and we think that we can handle Maya ourselves, that's not possible. That's not going to happen. So I would recommend you, like, whenever you do your sadhana, whenever you do your chanting or your devotional life service, keep constantly pray to Krishna that please, please, please save me from this Maya. Then Krishna will definitely save you. That's my understanding. If you can try, let's see what happens after that.
So beautiful. Yes, Prabhuji, that's the only solution for us. Just to pray to Thakurji that, just protect me from the Maya, because things happens instinctively. And then, instinctively you don't remember what you're supposed to do. So yes, but thank you for this advice. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, because for my personal experience, like whenever I enter into a temple premises, when I'm the temple, I am out of world. Means I am not in the material world, I am in a spiritual world. Because for me, temple is like a spiritual, like embassy. There I see Krishna, devotees, prasadam, and everything is there. Like, so there I'm not really worried about what's happening in the material world. I forget everything. I don't take phone calls, like nothing like that. But as soon as we come out from temple premises, we have all this work, this one, that one, that's Maya actually. So as long as we are in the shelter of Krishna, as long as we take the shelter of Krishna, as long as we're praying to Krishna, we are protected. But the time we basically leave Krishna and go to the material world, yes, then we have to deal with Maya. So yeah, we have to constantly pray. That's the only choice we have.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Anyone else have any other comment or question?
Hare Krishna, Ramcharan Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Ramcharan.
Thank you for a wonderful class. I had a question for you. So when I first started practicing Krishna consciousness, I remember one of the teachings that really struck me was that when we ask to serve Krishna, we don't ask Krishna to fulfill any type of our material desires. You shouldn't pray to Krishna for a car. You shouldn't pray to Krishna for good health. Just pray to Krishna for devotional service, and you'll be fulfilled. And that meant a lot to me, because growing up, everything was different. You'd always pray to Krishna so that your material desires would be fulfilled. So my question is this, that because of that, when trouble does come into one's life, it could be a relationship, it could be financial, it could be health related. All these things happen by living in the material world. Is it okay to go to Krishna to ask him to help you with these things? And if not, then we're just relying on ourselves to try to solve these problems. So is it better to go to Krishna for help with these issues, or should we just figure out some other alternative to do it?
Yeah, no, it's a very, very important question, especially for practicing devotees, because in our life, like, it's not that life is so smooth. We are in this material world where problems are at every step. We see in the life of Srila Prabhupada also that he gone through so much of like ups and downs. So, but many people think that Srila Prabhupada actually was suffering, but what I understood is that those troubles were given to Krishna. Those troubles were given to Srila Prabhupada by Krishna to glorify him. So when as you said, like, yes, when we I remember, like, long time back when we all coming to the temple, at that time we always remember that we have to pray to Krishna for pure devotional service. And in our journey, in our life, we go to so many hoops, and many times we have to struggle financially, materially, like, and family wise, and our health wise. So my personal realization is that, like, that yes, we can pray to Krishna, there is no harm. But Krishna says that I already know that. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that yes, you are praying, but I already know that you are going through that. So there is nothing, I always feel that there is nothing unknown to Krishna. So when I go to Krishna and I say, I pray to Krishna, and I say, Krishna, you already know that. Krishna already knows that, like, what's happening with us. He knows each and every moment, especially for devotees. Like, Krishna knows for everyone, but devotees, he personally cares. And he knows that why the things are coming to us. But sometimes it's bother to us because we want to get rid of that problem. So but I feel like whatever I heard from devotees, that Krishna knows everything what's happening. So if it's really bothering to us, we can go and pray to Krishna, and Krishna knows that is really bothering to us. But Krishna has given this problem to us for some purpose. We have to know that also, that these things are coming to us for some purpose that Krishna is giving us. So Krishna is always doing things in the life of devotee for some good. Sometimes we feel that this is happening in our life because of, like, my bad karma, because of I have done something wrong, and if I pray to Krishna, I can overcome that. But what I have here is that once we accept the devotional service, we start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, whatever comes in our life is actually for our purification. We cannot see that, but it's actually for our purification. But it's very difficult to understand and accept that fact, but it's actually because Krishna is taking care of us. Because we are chanting Hare Krishna, we are already surrendered to Krishna. We are in the movement, and we have already taken shelter of Prabhupada. We have already taken shelter of our Guru. So we are not left alone. We are already in parampara. So Krishna knows what is happening with us and why these things are coming to us. But it's a matter of time that Krishna is testing us. Like, he's just basically giving us one after another a different exam to see where we are, how we are performing. But again, yes, there's no harm in praying because Krishna knows that. At least we are approaching Krishna, and Krishna is saying, at least he's coming to me again and again rather than going somewhere else or struggling on their own. If we understand that this is given to us for our own purification and I have to handle it, then that's a different matter. But if you are thinking that, oh, this is a suffering that is coming to us, what wrong I have done, why is happening to me, I am a devotee, I am doing this so much service but still happening to me, that's not good, because that means we are complaining. If we are not in a complaining mood, and if we are accepting everything as a mercy of Krishna, then fine, then we don't need to go to Krishna. But if it's bothering to us, I see no harm in going to praying to Krishna, because ultimately Krishna knows he's our father. My Guru Maharaj always says that, Krishna is our father, and going and asking to a father is always a right of a child. A child can always go to his father and ask, no problem. Father won't say that why you're coming and asking me. Rather, father will be more happy to give. But if it's bothering to us, we can go. But if it's not bothering, and if we are thinking that this is the mercy of Krishna, I have to take it. Like, as Lord Shiva drank the poison, for the welfare of the people. So if we are taking something in our life as a mercy of Krishna, then we can accept it and we can rely on that. Whatever Krishna is giving me, just as Prabhupada said that make me dance, make me dance. So if we can cultivate that mood, that's wonderful. But if not, there's no harm in praying to Krishna. That's my opinion, Prabhu. Like, if that's okay with you.
Thank you for that answer, Prabhu. Yeah, I think that was pretty clear. Thank you. These are just, things as we begin to practice Krishna consciousness, these questions come up and think, what am I allowed to do as far as, praying to Krishna, what is kind of against our philosophy, and I think when if we're always trying to approach Krishna for pure devotional service, and maybe there's an obstacle in our way, and you think like, Krishna, I just don't know how this obstacle can get out of my way because I feel like it could be an impediment. It's distracting me from thinking about you. It's distracting me from doing your service. These are real things that come up in the lives of devotees. So relying on Krishna. The other thing is like you rely on like another human being. Okay, maybe this other human being will solve my problem, or maybe my own mind and my own body will be able to solve this problem. My own intelligence will be able to solve this problem. And then we think ourselves to be the doers of it. Krishna is in control of everything anyway, and then we lose our focus of Krishna. We lose our Krishna consciousness. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for that considerate answer.
Yeah, one thing I would like to I would say like, put is this thing like that way, like Srila Prabhupada, I have heard that, like, as you're saying, the one important point you mentioned is that if something is distracting us in our devotional path and we want to remove that so that we can focus on Krishna more. So I always see that happens to me also, like many times things are coming and it distracts me and I say, Krishna, if you want me to perform devotional service, how I can perform, because this is bothering me a lot. So for that, like I pray to Nrsimhadev, because he's Bhakti Vigna Vinashak. So if there is any obstacle coming in our path of bhakti, I always try to take shelter of Lord Nrsimhadev, because I feel that like if this particular problem is bothering me in my devotional life, I should pray to Lord Nrsimhadev. So that's just my suggestion. Lord Nrsimhadev is basically like very merciful. He's like protector of all the devotees. And if something is basically really bothering us and because of that we can't perform our bhakti, I think like I suggest like let's offer to prayer to Lord Nrsimhadev.
Yeah, perfect timing because
Yes.
Wednesday is the appearance day of Lord Nrsimhadev.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, that's why many devotees, I see like many devotees, they go to Mayapur, they ask Lord Nrsimhadev prayer here, and especially like lifetime of like Prahlad Maharaj, like is very inspiring that even though he gone through so much troubles, but he has a full confidence on Nrsimhadev that he's going to protect him. So with that confidence, if we pray to Lord Nrsimhadev, definitely we will be able to overcome many obstacles, definitely. But again, because this is Maya, this is material world, obstacle will never stop. They will keep coming. But again, our only hope is like taking shelter of Krishna. All right, Prabhu, thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Anyone else have any other comment or question before we end?
Yeah, Prabhuji, with this, I also feel that if we don't go to our parents is Krishna. So then where we can go to get shelter? Like he's the only one where we can go and cry and ask him or just share, because that's what I have heard, that you should not share your personal problems, issues with anybody to this world, because nobody will care. So you need to just talk to somebody, and that's only Krishna. He will understand it. So I don't know if I'm thinking it correctly, but
Yes, no. Actually, nobody will understand your personal problem and nobody can solve your problems.
right.
like I was reading in in Bhagavad Gita in 9th chapter. It is said that Krishna is our well-wisher. Suhrt means, like, say, if you are going through some trouble and even you explain to other people, they can only pacify you by words. They cannot solve your problems. In reality, Krishna is a supreme controller. He knows what is the problem you are going through, and he knows the solution also, and he knows why you are going through also. So in reality, our best friend, our well-wisher is only Krishna. So there is no harm in saying to Krishna. Rather, like many times, like people say we should not really present our problem to Krishna, which is true because Krishna knows already. But if you have no other option and you really want to say something, go and talk to Krishna, not a problem. Krishna is there to listen. Krishna is not saying that don't come to me with problems. If Krishna says that, okay, you come to me only when you are happy, Krishna never says that. Krishna says, you come to me at any point of time. Akama sarva kamo moksha kamo dhardi. Sukadeva Goswami saying, you come to me for anything. But the main thing is that our goal is that we want to perform devotional service. But only condition is that we go to Krishna to perform devotional service. Not just like, okay, I have a problem, I go to Krishna, when the problem is solved, okay, tata, bye-bye, I'm not coming. That is not there. What Sukadeva Goswami is saying, that you come to Krishna and do pure devotional service, do continuous devotional service, and then any problem, anything you ask, Krishna will basically see whether you are eligible or not, and whether this will help you or not. Krishna is the best judge. Like, he knows what is good for you, what is not good for you. Krishna will take care. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita very clearly, Ananyaschintayanto mam ye jana parupasati tesham nityaviktaram yogakshem mahamyam. Krishna promised in Bhagavad Gita that if you worship me with Ananya Bhakti, means pure devotional service, I will take care of you what you need, and I will provide you what you need. I will take care of you what you have. So Krishna knows everything. There is nothing we don't need to share anything to Krishna, because Krishna already knows that. But if we know that fact, then we don't need to tell anything to them. But if we still not convinced that maybe Krishna might not know that I'm going through this trouble, you can go and tell, not a problem. Krishna has whole time to listen to you. And if you want to, rather, like, I don't know whether you know, like, there is a, when you heard, like, one of the devotee of, one of the disciple of Srila Prabhupada, His Holiness Gaur Govind Maharaj. He's no longer in the world, in the material world now. But he always says that, what he says, that if you want the mercy of Krishna, go and cry. Without crying, you will not get mercy of Krishna. I'm telling you that he always says that if you want to get mercy of Krishna, cry bitterly. Krishna, I need you. Krishna, please help me. Krishna, please help me. Please, Krishna.
That's what Draupadi did.
So he says that without crying, you will not get Krishna. You have to literally cry that Krishna, I really need you. Then otherwise, and even Rupa Goswami says that the only way you can get Krishna is lolyam, intense greed for Krishna. If you don't have greed for Krishna, if you don't cry to Krishna, you will not get it. So that's the only way we can actually get the mercy of Krishna, is very intensely pray, intensely cry for Krishna. Then will come. Prabhupada says that what is Hare Krishna Mahamantra is we are intensely crying. As a child is crying for the mother, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. As a child is crying for mother, similarly, we have to chant Hare Krishna mantra in that helpless mood. Krishna, please take care of me. That way. That's the only way we can actually invoke the mercy of Krishna. Means Krishna's mercy is there already. I'm not saying that Krishna is not giving mercy. Krishna is giving mercy in various ways. But if you really want that pure devotional service, that deep service, that Krishna, that deep mercy that you want, then you have to really, literally, really pray to Krishna sincerely, and then in the form of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. All right.
Yeah, so beautiful. So I just want to add something very quickly. I heard this in one of the satsang where they were giving an example of a dog So the street dog was just sitting to a door every day asking for food, just sitting there. If he will get something, he will not. Sometimes they will just kick him out. But then one day that dog was outside, but other dog was fighting with that dog. But that person, the door who used to go, the owner, he saw that dog and he actually helped that dog. So it's like us devotee, we are just sitting and chanting. There are so many devotees there, but we are just chanting in front of Krishna. So when we cry, so Krishna, or when we ask for help, then Krishna at that point, he will listen, because we always go and sit and chant his name. So I really like that example. We are like a dog. Krishna will look at it at some point, when we ask for mercy to him.
Krishna is already looking for us, Mataji. Don't worry about Krishna is in the heart. Krishna knows everything. Because you are asking question, Krishna knows that you are asking these questions also.
Yeah.
My mother used to tell Prabhu, when I was young, she used to say, pray Krishna, pray God every day, I used to think, oh yeah, I used to do pray and I'll go to work, go to school. But, that reminds me, she used to say, if you talk to somebody, like she was saying just now, that God's dog story, every day, if you talk to somebody, then that person knows you. Is that right? When you need something, the person might help you. But if you don't talk to him, if you don't know that person at all, suddenly you go and ask for something, somebody may not like it, and they don't know. I don't know you. How can I help you? I don't know you. How can I help you? That's the reason we should chant every day, and we should tell Krishna whatever we have, our feelings, whether we are happy. And when happy things happen, when good things happen also, you should say, thank you, Krishna, you made me this. That's how the attitude you should be. When you have always we give our problems only. Poor Krishna, how can he wants you to be happy, as a father likes his child to be happy. So like that, my mother used to say, every day you pray, then Krishna knows who you are. And then if other person, if you don't know unknown person, how can the person will help you? He needs to know you to know to do something. He needs to know you. Unknown person, somebody walking on the street, if you ask something, he says, I don't know you. How can I give? So that is a simple thing we should pray God every day.
That's a good example. But this is same thing what Mataji is saying. Same thing Suta Goswami saying, bhakti means continuity.
Continuity.
Like say savai punsam paro dharmo yato bhakti adokshre ahetu ki apriyata yatma suprasidi. The bhakti means it should be without hetu, means it should be causeless, without any desire. Plus it should be continuous. So if you don't do continuous bhakti, it is not a bhakti actually. It is, if you're breaking, you are saying only occasionally Sunday I go to temple, rest day I'm going to do something else. That's not really called a love and devotion. Love means constant.
Always you cannot give all your dukkhas only to Krishna. So sometimes when you're happy also, just you made me happy. Thank you very much.
Yes.
That nobody will tell that. Thank you very much, Prabhu. A nice class.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you, all of you. So time is a little late now, so we're going to stop now. Thank you very much, everyone. Hare Krishna, everyone. Have a wonderful, conscious day. Vancha
kalpatarubhyascha kripa
sindhu
patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय,
जय
गौर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि।